I think maybe they see it as easy because I make it look easy. I mean, it is hard doing it by yourself, but I don't let it bother me. I just get it done. You know it can be done quicker, which is frustrating. Sometimes you just want it done quick. Like everyone says it can't be done, right? Like a bit of a challenge. Like everyone says, oh, it's silly doing that. Oh, cool. I'll prove you wrong.
Thanks, David, for coming on the podcast, man.
No worries.
We're just talking off air around like young kids and getting them into water sport and getting them water confident. How long have you been in the lifeguard game and doing all that sort of stuff?
I've been doing the lifeguard game for about 6 years, and water confidence. So.
And how did you get into that? How old are you now?
39, just turned 39.
Oh, okay. So in your early 30s, you were like, I'm gonna start getting into this. Yeah. Or did you do it as a kid?
Not really. I did a bit of running in primary school, but then you get to high school and you do cricket and rugby. But I really just focused on golf.
Okay.
I started playing golf when I was about 7.
Really?
And I played that till probably 30. I got quite good at it. Got down to a +1.
That's amazing.
Yeah, so we did that. So I never really did any athletics during school. And then we were living in London. We did the London thing. And then London 2012 rolled around. And Sarah, my wife, started doing a triathlon. And I was like, oh, she can't do it. I can't let her do that. That's quite cool. So then I did it, and then I got the bug, and then I did an Ironman. The second thing I ever did was an Ironman.
Wow.
Yeah, and then ever since then, I've done that sort of stuff.
That's crazy, eh? Yeah. What is it with like men in their 30s like getting into some weird stuff? I've just been watching like ultra marathon docos and stuff lately, and watching like those backyard ultras and stuff like fizzing.
Yeah,
it's not good just watching it and not doing it. But I'm just kind of like got one eye on it. Just kind of you start looking at like doing different things, right? I guess what is that? Is that from like being so focused on work and stuff in your 20s and then?
I think so. I just thought it was really fun.
Yeah,
I just love that hurt. And obviously, I got a pretty unique way of racing too. I wear budgie smugglers.
Oh yeah.
So that's my race kit, which is quite funny.
That's right. Okay, we'll talk about the budgie smugglers soon because that's like your trademark.
That's the thing. Yeah.
And remind me of that. But let's go all the way back. So where did you grow up? You grow up on the coast or where?
I grew up in West Harbour.
Okay, cool.
Went to Hobsonville Primary. So did all that up to intermediate. Hobsonville Primary had an intermediate there. So I grew up around there. And then we went to Westlake.
Okay.
Westlake boys.
And what was that like living out in Hobsonville? Because now Hobsonville is very developed and it's completely different probably. Yeah? I mean, you were younger.
It was just farms and Air Force.
Yeah.
The old Army base out there. Old Air Force. So it was just paddocks and cows and plains. It was good. It's good school.
And who's David as a little boy? Were you like a
I was probably a little bit cheeky. A bit of a rat bag. I didn't do anything like naughty. I was just a bit of a cheeky little fella.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There is a difference, Yeah. I kind of found that when I moved here from South Africa, it was like a lot of the like in South Africa, it's very encouraged to be cheekiness is like very encouraged, like and then obviously you can go into like actual like naughty and stuff, and that's very discouraged. But like cheeky, like stepping over the line a little bit and being cheeky and like seeing if you can get away with a few things, and you do it in a cheeky way. It's very much encouraged.
Yeah, you knew right from wrong.
Yeah,
but some parents always thought I was a bit cheeky and probably didn't have the best view on me.
That's the thing, eh? I found because that's what I found when I moved here, is that like I was like cheek. Because I think the problem was I went to like a proper. I went to Auckland Grammar, so like prim and proper and stuff. And I think they didn't they didn't appreciate the cheeky. Like they just want everyone to be, act accordingly, straight and narrow, single file. Yeah. And maybe that was it. Maybe generally it's a bit more accepted, but in that school it wasn't. It was just like when you're cheeky, they almost treated you like you're a criminal.
Yeah, it's a bit weird, eh?
Yeah, okay. No, I like the cheekiness. Okay, so that's what you were like. Well, and who were your friends in that? Were you guys, what did you guys get up to when you were like little boys?
Met Ben, my best friend at cricket. We've been friends since we were 5. And we started golf when we were little. So that kept us out of a lot of trouble, I think, golf. We'd play golf Saturday, Sunday. We'd train during the week, practice during the week down at Forte Golf Club.
Cool.
So we just spent all our time there, really.
And that's one way to get rid of your energy, right? When you get home, you're all smashed from being in the sun all day.
I just remember one school holiday program, because Mum would work, and the school holiday program was she'd drop me at golf. So that would be my school holiday program. I just had 2 weeks. I remember it was this one school holiday. I said, I'm going to play every day. And I played every day and then got quite good and then just carried on. So we'd just get dropped at the golf club all day, just muck around, mischief. Just all day.
What did your mum and dad do? What did they do for work?
Dad was a welder, fitter and turner. And Mum sort of just did bits and bobs. She did cleaning and, she was a hard grafter. So, yeah.
And how did you get into golf? Like, because golf's quite it's a bit of like a, I wouldn't say like a rich man's game. It's a little bit like that, right? Because when you're 5 years old, like some golf clubs
old,
probably.
Ben's old man was very good at golf.
Right.
And he was a warrant officer in the Air Force at Forte. And we were playing cricket and golf, and it started through him, really.
Cool.
Which is good, yeah.
And then what happened from there with the golf? Did you ever play like I don't know, not professionally, but did you ever get like really good with comps and things like that, or was it always just social?
No, we played Noblo Pennants, which is the top grade in North Harbour. Did a few New Zealand amateurs.
Cool.
Got quite good. Ben went professional, my best friend. So he's in Melbourne now.
Oh, wow.
So,
okay. So he plays golf for a living?
Yep. I think he might be a coach now, actually.
Awesome.
So he's a player coach type thing.
And so at which point did you kind of like decide,
I was about 18 and we were last year of 7th form, and I had a job out at Noblo Wines. It's not there anymore, but I was working. I'd leave school at 2 and I'd shoot over to Noblo Wines and would start at 3, and that would work till midnight. And then just started working and making money, and I thought it was cool.
Yeah.
When
you're 18, you're probably making a lot of money.
17, 18, yeah.
And that's all developed now, eh? That's all developed into housing developments.
Housing,
it was sold, yeah. Okay, so you started making money. You're like, okay, well, screw the golf. I'm making some real cash here right now.
It wasn't that great being just working as a labourer at a winery at midnight.
Mate, when you're 18,
it wasn't that good, but it was good enough.
Yeah, stashing cash, you know. And so, okay, so then from there onwards, where did you start? You know, what was the gap, or what was the bridge between that and sort of thinking about? You mentioned that you went over to London for a bit. In UK, did you already build at that point, or what was the transition?
We sort of did the apprenticeship first, and then we went to London.
And who did you do your apprenticeship through? Who was the company?
It was the old Madrons out in Kumeu, so EP Madrons.
Yeah,
they had the old Preenell yard. They had construction and Madron homes out in that old Kumeu village, which is quite cool. So I got a job there through the old Western Leader.
Oh yeah, love it.
It used to be an old paper, essentially. Mum came in with an ad. They were advertising for apprenticeships. So we went in there and had the old school interview like this, and managed to get the job there. Went in there as a labourer for a couple of weeks and managed to turn that into apprenticeship. It was cool.
And how big was that team, like the construction side?
Oh, there probably would have been 50, 60 people in there, 10 apprentices at any one time.
And what was that like walking in on site first time?
Oh, it was just horrific. You know, you walk in there fresh faced, straight out of school, and, you know, builders, it's a daunting game when you don't know it. They walked in there, managed to get a foreman, old John McSwiggan. He was quite a good old foreman. And David Ingram, they'd worked together. So David was John's old apprentice and was running a job. So I managed to split my time with those two, which was cool.
Cool. They took you under their wing, so to speak.
Yeah, they were good. Really
and that's I always kind of think of that, because there's nothing that makes you feel more like a little boy, when you like walk onto like a site with a bunch of men with hard hands and like
burly men, dude. You know,
you got no facial hair probably at that point.
Nothing tiny or skinny. I was real skinny dude back then.
Yeah, it's funny, that you're like a real weak, you got like no forearms,
weak, awful hair. Just it was pretty funny.
So how many apprentices were there at the same time? Was there a few of you guys?
Yeah, there might have been about 10 when I started.
Yeah, and did you guys
various different stages
right
through their time?
And was there like a little bit of like a camaraderie or like something among the apprentices where you guys sort of stick together and help each other out, or not really? Were you not on the same sites? And
No, we were kind of split between most sites. There's friendly, healthy banter.
Yeah,
A bit of a rivalry between some apprentices. It was good.
And your apprenticeship, because I know, like, I've talked to a lot of guys, even younger guys now, going through their apprenticeships, and it can get, the common sort of thread through it is that it does get like a bit, there are bits where it gets really hard because you don't really see the light at the end of the tunnel, feeling like you're kind of progressing, and it's just, you just feel like I'm just like doing all the shit work and I'm not really getting anywhere.
Yeah.
Was there ever a part of that apprenticeship for you that was kind of like felt a bit like that?
Yeah, the first 2 years are just, you don't really know what you're doing. Everything's coming at you from, there's all different things to learn. There's tech, you never really think it's going to click, like the building aspects of it. And then eventually you'll hang a door without any help. You think that's pretty cool. And then you do some architraves that have perfect miters, and you think that's pretty cool. And then it just starts to click, and then you'll get given more and more responsibility throughout your apprenticeship.
Yeah, building that confidence over time.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's funny because like you actually learn like a shit ton, when the first 2 years, but it doesn't feel like it.
You don't feel like you've learned anything. You just feel like you're stuck in the Groundhog Day.
This episode is brought to you by Forte, specialist in refined timber surfaces for inside and out. From elegant flooring and paneling to durable cladding and decking, Forte delivers unparalleled performance where it matters most. Their products are crafted to elevate every space, combining natural beauty with technical precision and enduring design with innovation. Discover more at forte.co.nz. And what was the vibe with the older guys towards you? Was it sort of old school kind of vibe, like?
No, I mean, some of the apprentices did get a hard time. I never really got a hard time, which is cool. I don't know why. I thought I would have been an easy pick, but I never really got, a hard time. I always had good jobs on site. Some of the foremen there were quite horrific. There'd be one apprentice there who'd be painting flint coat for, months. That was his job, just painting black flint coat for months, and we're down on other jobs, hanging doors and learning stuff. So I think it was really just where I got put.
Yeah, sort of luck of the draw.
Yeah, I mean, if you had been put with that other foreman, it might have been a different story.
There is a bit of that, Like, I mean, I've chatted now with maybe like 75 builders now on the podcast, and a lot of it is actually, there's definitely a bit of luck involved in terms of the builders that I see do really well. And you kind of like go back, like we have these kind of conversations, and you find out that they were like with this real competent builder, and now they build these architectural homes, and now they build architectural homes. It's sort of like, and then some other builder was like stuck with some dude making him just paint for like 4 months.
Turns into being a painter.
Yeah, he goes to be a painter, So there's definitely a bit of the luck of the draw so even for young apprentices, like, I know sometimes beggars can't be choosers, but it's really important, like, where you land.
I think so, yeah. I think, if you're with someone that's not treating you very well, probably best to move on.
Yeah.
You're not doing anything for your confidence.
Yeah. How would young apprentices know, like, what advice would you give them if they, if one of them asked you, what advice would you give them around, like, figuring out what's a good boss to work with and what's not a good boss?
I'm not really too sure on that. I mean, you really don't know until you start working with them, really. I mean, an interview's one thing, but when they're under stress or they're annoyed, how are they going to treat you then?
Yeah.
And you don't really know that until you're on site with a grumpy man, right?
Yeah, 100%. Okay. So it was a bit of a luck of the draw. You came on the right side. You got a couple of guys you worked under, got qualified. And when you got qualified, were you just like, mate, as soon as I get the piece of paper, I'm going out on my own? Or what was it like?
I got qualified in 2007, I think, and then into 2007 and then 2008, all that. It was a global, everything started.
GFC, yeah.
Yeah. So Madron Construction, they didn't go under. They just closed down because the Madron brothers sold the Prenal to placemakers for 30 million each. So they didn't really need any money, and I think they just wanted to wind that down because there wasn't any work around. So I worked for a couple of months for another little builder. I just got out of there and did another thing, and then me and my now wife went to London. We just made the move to London.
What made you decide to go over there? Just you've heard of some people go over, or was it like a travel thing, or what?
Just travel, yeah. But we got to London and got jobs straight away. We didn't do the travel thing.
Yeah,
we saved up quite a lot of money before we left, and then we got there and didn't spend any of that. Got our jobs first, and did it that way, which is quite cool. We did little trips in between. Every couple of months, we'd go somewhere in Europe. And just kept working.
And what sort of work did you do over there? What was the style
we worked for quite a good company. We did basement digouts and renos and loft conversions and that sort of work.
Yeah, it's a lot of that, eh?
Yeah, around Chelsea, Fulham. It was quite expensive work. It's good.
And what did you learn there that you sort of brought back? Was it like a high-end stuff, or you just sort of learn? Because I guess once you do those sort of type renovations, it's quite like a lot of old buildings and you bring in new elements. I assume you learned quite a lot through that.
Yeah, I think it just when old meets new, sometimes you have to fudge it a little bit just to get those things working, because some of those buildings were horrific. They're like 100 years old and they're quite bad, and you had to make them perfect. Just bringing back a bit of what would you call it? Patience, maybe.
Yeah,
patience from there. Yeah.
And then you kind of like, because a lot of guys I talk to, they kind of go over to the UK and then they kind of come back like almost like a different person, like not personality wise, but like in terms of confidence levels and so on. Did you kind of find that as well? When you came back, you had a bit more confidence in terms of being able to do your own thing?
Oh, I came back just and because over there it's a different way of building, right? You can just do whatever you want, really. The architects will come through and sign it off, or get the building surveyors, and then you come back here and there's a whole lot of red tape, I guess. And I came back here quite nervous, actually.
Yeah,
I was there for quite nearly 6 years.
Right. Okay. So you were there. That's decent.
Did a good stint there. Then you come back here and you just think, what the hell am I doing?
Yeah.
So I came back here and registered the company. And then I came back and worked with a builder that I'd worked with in London. It was a really good builder. So he had his own company here. He left a couple of years before me. And I came back here and worked with him. Yeah.
And then, and what type of work were you guys doing then?
We were doing renovations.
Yeah.
Which was quite handy. Coming from London, doing renovations, back to renovations here, which is good.
So you were there for 6 years. Did you pick up an accent when you came back?
I don't think so, no. I say a few English things like in it, and I joke around with the kids, like what, quite funny.
Yeah, because you do pick stuff. I don't know. I'm like that. I don't know if it's like a maybe it's like a need to feel like just to fit in or something, like something that like a trauma thing from when I was younger. But I pick up accent real. Like I went over to lived in Australia for like a couple of years, and like I was full accent,
full Bondi.
Yeah, full Bondi, like just full-blown accent, like saying Aussie slang, and it's bad. Maybe I just don't have like a good sense of self or something. Like I just sort of like mold into whatever the vibe is there. But
we hung out with we were living with Kiwis, working with Kiwis.
Yeah.
So
is it like the Kiwis and then like the Aussies and the South Africans and that sort of like mixed together there, eh?
Yeah.
And like don't hang out with English.
Yeah, not really, eh? They're kind of whingy.
Are they?
Which is, that's probably going to get me in trouble. Yeah, most English people are quite whingy.
Yeah. We have some UK listeners. I think 10% of our listeners are from the UK. So
that's
let's comment below if you think...
get in the comments.
Yeah. Well, they can be definitely whingy, eh?
Yeah.
I think what is that? Do you think it's the weather or something? It's just miserable there or something?
I'm not too sure. It's not that bad. It's no worse than
It's like the whole humour and everything's like that, eh? Which I kind of like a little bit of the sarcasm and a little bit of the nego Nancy humour.
Yeah, I kind of like it. The negative comedy and stuff. It's funny.
yeah. But it is definitely like more negative, eh? Like I know Americans don't really get it because Americans are all like so positive, so they don't get that dark kind of humour. But I wonder what that is. Okay, but so you come back, So you work for this other guy doing renos. Now you're a lot more experienced, even though New Zealand's got a lot more red tape.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so over there, architects pretty much architects sign everything off, and the architect's on site a lot there, eh? And that's pretty much everything runs through the architect.
Everything runs through the architect, yeah.
But loosey-goosey
a
little bit, because it's like one human.
Pretty much.
Where here it's a lot more red tape, obviously, in
councils and geotechs and
just
all that stuff.
Shit you got to deal with.
Yeah.
And then when did you transition? You registered the company, and then what was the game plan here? Like, are you gonna go on your own, and then what did you do?
Yeah, so we went on our own. We started doing some decks and fences.
And your wife, what's your wife's name?
Sarah.
Sarah. So Sarah was working kind of with you, helping you out a little bit, or was she doing her own thing?
No, she's just with the kids at that stage.
Yeah.
And the company was, it's no bigger than it is now, but back then doing decks and fences is easy to price and easy to get the invoices out. So I was doing most of all that.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. And then how did you transition? Because I want to start to ask you some serious questions about your current business model. So, and that's why I wanted to have you on. So you're doing decks and fences, and then when did you decide that you're going to start getting into when did you do your first spec home? Because that's kind of like your business model now, right?
Yeah. So we did a new build for an architect. I think it might have been 2018, which was good. It was just in Beach Haven. So we did that well. And then got a call from another good builder saying, can you build this house? And I said, okay, that's fine. I'll do that. So we went up there and priced it. And it was quite an architectural thing.
Was it like a labour only kind of thing?
Just labour only, yeah. Just labour only at that stage. And then it ended up being the developer's show home for the development I'm in now, which is good. It got me into a door.
Yeah.
To get sections in the development we're in. And then we built my first home in there, which is good. It was quite a nice house.
Yeah.
It's still in there now, actually. It's quite a good house. It's a bit trash now.
So you built that one kind of semi for the family, but then you kind of knew you would probably sell it at some point.
Yeah, we'll sell it soon, actually. Yeah. It's just getting hammered. The kids are actually thrashing it. Yeah. We'll fix it up and sell it. But yeah, and then we had another section, and that sold before it started. It was good. So we did that well. And then we've just been doing those ever since.
And okay, so most builders, the whole vibe, you kind of get people that go through these coaching programs, and you get people talking about it's all about you got to scale the business, you're going to bring in more team members, multiple sites going at a time, you got to bring in site foremen, you got to have project managers, you got to have a full-time QS in the office. You got that's the goal, right? You got 10 utes and vans driving around with your signage on it. The goal is to get you off the tools. The goal is to get you out of the business so you can, travel or something like that, right? That's the goal. However, now as the market shifted, I'm talking to a lot of builders, even I just saw the other day, even Troy from QBS was posting a bunch of stuff. It was he's moving away from using a lot of softwares, going back to spreadsheets. The pendulum is sort of swinging back, right, and coming more towards where you are right now.
Yeah, not a lot. Yeah.
So your business model is you buy a section, you build it by yourself. Yep. And then you sell it and you make profit. Off the deal, and then that's how you make your money. So, talk me through that. What's the because it's such a simple model, there's probably not that much to kind of go into. But why did you decide to do that? I guess is probably the one thing. Why do this, and what are some of the risks or pros and cons of doing it your way?
I think I chose to do this because I do a lot of exterior things. I do a lot of marathons and Ironmans and stuff. So there's an awful lot of training that needs to go into that. And working for myself and doing whatever I'm doing on a specific house means I can do whatever I want. I don't have to answer to anyone. I don't have to organize anyone. I don't have to deal with anyone other than myself, which is kind of hard sometimes because I'm pretty hard on myself for the standard that we need. But yeah, I just can do it all myself.
Because I came through your latest project. I had a bit of a walkthrough.
Milldale Drive.
Yeah, and it was really nice. It all curved walls and things like that, which was epic. And it was just, I was like, hey, is anyone here?
No one there. So, I did have my best mate. We were working together. So I had one builder but his wife got a job in Sydney, so they left in January.
Yeah.
So in 2022, he stayed at home as a parent, and I had to do one build by myself, just because it was just what I had to do. So I ended up doing that one, and then when Shield left in January, there was a whole lot of talk about getting builders on board to help me, but I just figured I'd just do it all myself and just get help when I needed. Yeah.
And so how long does it take you to build a home from start to finish? Like, and how big are these homes?
This latest one was 190 squares. And
Okay.
it's taken me 7 months.
So you build it in 7 months. That's quite quick, isn't it? For
Oh,
one guy?
I guess so. I mean, there's no real deadline.
Yeah.
So it could have been done quicker, but I'm just, I spend a bit of time on stuff. Yeah.
And so so what are like, give me some inside baseball here. So you find the section, you don't have to give all your secrets away, but it's one of those things like where someone can know how to do, like someone could tell me how to, trade like, in the share market right now. And like, these are the tips, but it doesn't mean I can go and execute, right? So just because people know doesn't mean they can do it. But is there like a way of finding sections and stuff? Or is it like you just sort of see what's on the market, or do you talk to the main developer who's selling the sections and say, if something's coming up, let me know? Or
Yeah, so I've got that at the moment. So I've got the development I'm in. He's a good developer. He keeps the good builders busy.
Yeah,
which is good. But there's plenty on TradeMe at the moment. Plenty of deals on TradeMe in the section space right now.
And what? Okay, so you find the site, and then obviously you'll get an idea of whether it's a good price or not. Do people do terms right now because the market's kind of, what the developers do, like terms, or do you just have to buy it cash?
There is builders terms around.
Yeah.
Sometimes the bank, there's builders terms around.
Yeah. And so you find the site, and then what makes a good like spec home? And obviously each development's going to be different. People listening from Australia or around Auckland, each development's going to be slightly different. But what are some of the things that you kind of look at to create a spec home? Like, because you've got in those developments, you've got a lot of these group home builders. You've got your GJs and your Sentinels and your whatever, right? Yeah. Those sort of guys. I always kind of think with these kind of like type of developments, is it people that come in, aren't they? Because it's all like who they compare you with, right? If they compare you with a really high-end architectural builder, they're going to go, oh, your square meter rate's quite good. Or if they compare you with like a GJ, they're going to go, man, you're really expensive. So how do you compete with those guys? And how do you position your home? I'm asking you multiple questions here. That's right. How do you position your home so that it's sort of set apart from those volume builders?
I'm generally pretty picky on the site I'll try and get. So I'll always position it so I get the sun into my living room or around the living areas. I never really compete with the others. I just do my own thing. So I'm always spending way more than I should. And I'm always getting told my houses are too expensive. I do new wall claddings and I make them really cool, different. Yeah, and just try and be different from everybody in there, I think.
So so what you're saying is the group home builders aren't always as picky with their sites, right? That is like
they'll just take as many as they can, right?
Yeah,
and they'll stockpile them and build the same thing over and over again. Whereas I'm just like a one house at a time operation. That's all I can do. Yeah.
And so, what are the elements in the home that you kind of like make unique? Like, what are the elements that you think the buyers are looking for that's just like that bit of you? Because, I mean, let's face it, like a lot of the GJs and all the sort of, it's very like basic, it's very basic spec.
I think kitchens, actually. We've just done a really cool kitchen. So Sarah does the interiors in house.
Cool.
So we'll go through the design thing. I'll do the scale rule, get it fitting to site and pretty much do a rough floor plan, get it working the way I want it to work because I have to build it. And then I hand it over to Sarah to do all the curves and the kitchens and the tiles and all that stuff, which is quite cool. But I'll generally just try and make it easy for me to build, but also making it look really cool.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah, no, I know what you mean. Because you could be very practical in terms of making sure you're not like over engineering the whole thing.
Over engineering. I mean, details cost a lot of money to do. So I'll try and not have too many flash details, but I do make them look cool.
Yeah.
Exterior, the front facades are quite cool.
Yeah, because what do those the homeowners that are looking for, what do they look at? That's like the street appeal, like the front
street
facade?
appeals. quite important. You know, you want to walk up to your house and be proud of it.
Yeah.
You know, we do put a lot of emphasis on our front facades. I mean, generally the back will be like a nice timber weatherboard, because I really like working with that material. But the front will put a lot of effort into it.
Yeah.
To make it look cool, to get in the door. And then as soon as you walk in the door, we want a bit of wow factor too. We'll chuck some curved walls in there, or like the last kitchen we did is quite cool. We've got a couple, which was quite hard to build, which is cool. Thanks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love that curved wall. That was in the kitchen, right? That real curved wall. And it was just kind of like, this felt nice. I can imagine you sitting there in the living room looking at that, and it feels like
coming in. It's all just making the house feel nice, I think.
Which is different to like how we used to build for the boomers, right? Because the boomers only cared about the street appeal.
Yeah.
Like they only care about what it looks like to the neighbors. As long as it looks flash to the neighbors, they don't care about the rest, whatever. Where I guess our generation is a bit more like how it lives, how it feels,
how
the
it
kitchen.
Feels, how the sun comes in, how just all those aspects, I think, gets a house sold and makes a person want to buy it. So this last house didn't even hit the market. It was sold off market pretty much. You know, someone came through, probably 90% finished. And they liked it, gave us an offer. They went away and did their thing, and they came back and it was done before it even hit the market.
And that one had didn't you have like a tiny pool? Was that the one you had like a tiny pool in?
Oh, that was the last one.
That was the last one.
Tiny pool in, yeah.
Yeah.
Which is quite cool.
How much value does that add to a home? Like to be able to put like a tiny pool in the back, like one of those round ones, and then like does it add a lot of value to the home for the sale price, or is it not really that much profit that come out of that?
I think Claire moved. She downsized from a big house, and she lived near the water, so she wanted water near her house. And I was like, well, we're gonna have to put a pool in there, so we'll put it in there. I mean, there's not many pools in Mildale, so when she comes to sell, I think the house price will go up.
Yeah, definitely.
Pool. Like it was a really cool pool. Like it's a really great product. So,
yeah. We had the guy from Tiny Pools on the podcast. It is kind of like a cool circular pool. It looks cool as well.
Yeah.
Like
I did the classic, the square one.
Oh, you did the square one.
We fitted it into the deck, and then
perfect.
Like it was quite a small site, but we managed to get a big deck in there and a pool. Just planning around that pool, basically. The whole house was designed around the pool. Because I mean, Claire, the last house we did was a client build, so she came on board quite early and had her specific way she wanted the house to feel.
Yeah,
and she definitely wanted water, so we had to find a way to do that.
A quick shout out to Forte supporting today's episode. They work across flooring, wall surfaces, exteriors, and more. But what sets them apart is how their timber performs over time. Forte is trusted by architects, designers, and builders, not just for their materials, but for the way they support projects from vision to completion. It's about enriching connections and creating something built to last. Learn more at forte.co.nz. So how much more expensive is, so if you got like because I know that one you got on the market, because on the market right now, right, as we recorded?
It's gone.
Oh, is it gone? Is it sold?
Sold before it hit the market, yeah, it's good.
Oh, nice.
It's a good one, yeah.
And that was that latest one?
The latest one, yeah.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah.
So, and I know that one was right next door to like a couple of other show homes for like the group home builders.
Yeah.
So the contrast was very visible.
Quite striking, yeah.
Yeah. How much more expensive is your house versus those homes?
Can't speak for them, but I know I spend a little bit more on what I did.
Yeah. So there's like a premium on your product, and it's for that type of target audience that's looking for that kind of something different.
Downsizing, you want something different. It's still spacious. We just try and be different.
Yeah.
By obviously spending a shit ton more money.
Yeah.
On making it look cool.
Yeah. So there's like an element of you giving a shit, right? It's not just you're not a developer. You're not it's not purely a profit game for you, right?
No, there's never any deadlines for me. I'm always doing stuff perfectly. And when Sherwood was here, we were a nightmare together. We would spend hours just thinking about ways of doing stuff and making it perfect. Cost me a lot of money doing that.
Yeah.
The building model isn't really set up for two builders. And I pay my builders quite well. Well, I paid him quite well. But it was fun. We got a good product. We care. We just do them really, really well.
What are some of the elements of building a home all by yourself that are like the hard bits? Isn't there like element? I'm not a builder, obviously. Everyone knows that, but the element of you like need someone else to hold that up.
I had the builder that when I first came back from London, he came down from Mangai to give me a hand for a day of doing pre-now, and then I had my middle girl's best friend's dad's a builder, so he came and gave me a couple of hours for windows, just all the heavy things. I managed to do the trusses all by myself. We just we just pay another hour for the HIAB, and the trusses were quite easy. So I just did the trusses with the HIAB. Just paid another hour. The building company I use, Sticks, he owns Freight Lift.
Oh, okay.
So he can hook me up with a HIAB.
So who needs another builder, eh? You got the HIAB.
There's a few products on the market that were quite handy for this building. Bracemate, it's a good product. It's like a bracing system for walls.
Yeah, I think I saw that. I've seen that on Instagram.
Yeah, it was good. It was really, really handy. So instead of having someone at the other end of a timber, you can just wind it in and out to a string line. So that was a good way of bracing the walls.
That saves you a bit of labour hours, a few labour hours.
A few labour hours. It obviously took a bit longer, but we got it done. Yeah,
it's good. Just trying to create a little ad for them. They can just clip this up. Not sponsored, as a freebie.
Non-sponsored.
Okay, so there's definitely elements that you kind of need someone at some times.
Yeah, the pre-now. I mean, there's no other way of doing pre-now without someone. You can't do that with a HIAB. That would take hours.
Yeah,
at 180 an hour.
So when someone's there, like helping you, do you think in your mind, like, flip, this is going fast?
Oh, I loved it. Like on the day I had Adam there, it was great. Yarning, chatting. It was really, really fun.
Yeah.
And the next day was back to reality.
Because you seem like a social guy. Doesn't it get like a lonely at building by yourself, or do you get all that sort of the people side from doing your triathlons and your?
Yeah, I get that all the time. Do you get lonely? Not really. I really like it's nice. Like I chuck my headphones on, chuck a podcast, and just get to it. Like it's really nice. I don't have to deal with anyone. There's no one annoying me. It's just me. Good.
Fully get it, eh?
Yeah,
I fully get it.
It's peaceful. I don't have anyone coming, no, can you do, no, just do it myself. Yeah.
And so, is there much like paperwork and stuff involved with doing this sort of?
I don't have anything at home. I've got Excel.
Yeah.
I do old school, just Excel spreadsheets and back cost. I do back costing from previous jobs, so I'll keep all my hours from my weatherboards and I'll back cost it to the job that I'm doing now to see where I'm on track, but just old school spreadsheets. Yeah.
So that's awesome. Yeah. I love the simplicity, eh? There's like a massive negative space in your life.
I've seen, like Troy, I mean, all these different builders using different softwares and stuff. And, when I first started listening to the podcast, I was like, oh, what am I doing? Like I have nothing, like nothing. And it and then you look into using all those software apps and project management things, and I just couldn't see any value for me using them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's like it's your business. It becomes like more of a job in itself than to use that software. If your business model is so simple, you don't need
to upload for a client to see.
Yeah. For your wife, it's like, look at my progress.
Yeah, well, I mean, she's pretty onto it. When an invoice comes in more, I do get a call.
Yeah.
What's happening here? And I'm like, oh, God. But I just keep it simple.
Yeah. Just like, it makes me like feel like relaxed, just like even thinking about your kind of model.
Yeah, dude. We, when he was here, we 7 till 3:30. It was a long day. We normally leave at 3 because we go pick up the kids.
Yeah.
Hang out with the kids and then go do whatever I'm doing that night. At the moment, the kids are getting older, so I can get home now and do my training while they're at their sports, then come home and eat dinner with them. Whereas before, it's been come home, hang out with the kids, do dinner, and then do my stuff after I've gone to sleep. And now I can get it done.
Yeah,
while they're at their thing. It's good. Yeah.
So obviously in Auckland, the market has shifted a lot over the last sort of 18, 24 months. It actually took a dive like about 2 years ago or something. It took like a fucking just went like like a real quick decline. Obviously back then, it was harder to get sites, and then you obviously build cost was like through the roof, and then you'd probably sell them like real quick. Now it's probably the other way around, where you could probably find like great terms on sites, and build cost is reasonable, but now you don't sell them necessarily as fast, right? How have you found it?
I haven't really had a problem selling mine.
Because you're doing one at a time, right? So it's not
one
like
at a time. We do them well, like really, really well, like house of the year well. We try and put all our builds into house of the year. But we know someone's coming to check our work. It has to be mint, and they're different. And people like that. They're not. It's not the same cookie cutter stuff. It's different, yeah.
And do you have is there are you kind of developing a bit of a style now that's kind of like unique to you, or is each one of them kind of slightly different, or do you kind of are you leaning into
the next build's going to be a little bit different from what we've done previously.
In what way?
Just the colours. We're normally like a black, and it's kind of like a black new wool or a black Obodo.
Yeah.
And cedar, which has been our thing. But the next one's
and kind of like a masculine look, like a cool,
I've had that before. A real estate agent said, it's quite masculine, and I'm like, who really cares?
Yeah,
like chicks like it. Doesn't really matter.
Yeah, no, it doesn't mean like that. It doesn't mean that women don't like it. It's just like it's like a nice, strong, clean.
It's strong. It's black and cedar, and it's cool. But the next one's going to be completely different again. I think we've shut the book on the black ones for now.
What, you're going to bring like a bit of spice into it, a little bit of color?
Yeah.
Like interior, like color.
Going to go from missionary to doggy style.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Two different things. So
just spice it up,
Spice it up.
Put a few swings in there and just go for it.
Yeah.
That's kind of where things are moving to, though. Like it's kind of I've always liked color. My wife likes color. If you walk into our house, it's like we've got like pink chairs and like colorful art and things like that. So we always liked color, but most people it's sort of a bit more conservative with their color choices. And let's be honest, like if you're buying a home from a group home builder, it's going to be very mass market appeal, right?
Yeah.
So I think it's a good idea to kind of go a little bit a bit different.
A little bit different.
Very Instagrammable when it's a bit of touches.
Yep.
So do you, with this next one, are you planning to build it, stage it, sell it, or you just sort of you're going to see if someone comes through?
Probably do the same thing as what the last one that just sold. We'll plan it, build it, stage it, sell it.
Yeah. So the last one you did stage, right?
We've staged it. Yeah. It's still there now. We're going to do a couple of little open days or something. We're sorting that out in a minute just to.
Yeah, I think that's a good thing, eh?
Get people through to see what we do.
Yeah, we've talked about this before, right? Get maybe a little coffee cart out there something and create a bit of a vibe.
Yeah.
Get a DJ.
Just figuring out what we're going to do. We've got to
get a DJ, have a dance party inside or something.
Yeah.
Dan will be keen on that. He likes those morning dance parties. The kids do that now.
Yeah. The old silent DJs.
Yeah. I went to one of those the other day. Well, I didn't partake, but everyone had their headphones on and they were going for it. It was 10 a.m.
Yeah, it's
so the world's changing, eh?
The world's changing.
No, I think this is really good. I think a lot of people listening to this are just going to have a nice deep breath now, being like, okay, I don't have to have 10 guys working for me and I
couldn't think of anything worse. Some days we would leave at 1, go down the beach, jump on a ski or go for a surf, or if it's a nice hot day, go for a run, and I don't have to pay anyone from when I leave to 5 o'clock. It's just easy.
Yeah, it's just reduce. So what are your overheads?
I mean, there's the accountant.
Need him, yeah.
Probably that's about it. Oh, there's the van costs, really.
Yeah.
Not a lot. Probably about it, really.
Yeah. I've been thinking about. I'm actually getting rid of my overheads as well. Dan, surely AI can do what Dan's doing. He's just pushing buttons.
So I've come in here and got Dan fired.
Yeah. I'm going to change things up now after talking to you.
Yeah.
Okay, so what are some of the things that you look at in terms of numbers-wise for the business? Obviously, it's very simple. Is it for you, obviously you give a shit, you make sure you build a great product, because obviously it gives you that satisfaction as well, right?
Yeah.
So it's not purely about profit. But from the business side of things, what do you look at? Is it important for you to kind of look at your profit margin, or is it more about the number that you can get at the end? Do you kind of go, hey, if I can make 150 on this house, or if I can make 200 on this house, or whatever, that's what I'm aiming for? There's
the build costs, land and house, and then there's what the market will pay.
Yeah.
And that's generally it, really. 2 years ago, we did a house in a real slump, It didn't make nearly as much as what we thought we were going to, which was quite disappointing because it was a really, really, really cool house. Kind of the start of the cool looking ones we do.
So they got a good deal?
They got a really good deal because all the other builders around there were cutting their prices, which made me look like, everyone was just looking at square meters and price. And I'm like, well, this is not that house. But he next door cut his house price by like $100,000. And I just thought, shit, So we had to lower our price a little bit. We got probably about $100,000 out of it. And you pay tax on it. Wasn't that great. So.
And that's like 7 months worth of work. And then you probably thought you were going to get more like, what, $200K out of it or something?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah. And we spent a heap on the cladding on that. Like we did new wall and cedar front and back.
Oh, yeah.
So it wasn't very good. It did well for us at House of the Year.
Cool.
Which was cool. But it was a pretty expensive certificate for the wall.
So it was like, it's an expensive certificate. I like how you said that. So you learn a few things that you don't need cedar at the back necessarily. No. You don't need this. You live and you learn, right? In terms of
always mistakes made or a lesson learned. Yeah.
Yeah. It's like the laundry area doesn't have to have like the flash, like bench tops and all that sort of stuff. So I guess those are the little things that you learn along the way. So what is your square meter rate compared to like the group home builders? Do we know?
The last one was up around 5,000 a square.
Okay.
So, I think it's quite expensive, but I don't really know what anybody else does.
It's not that expensive. For an architectural home, that's not that expensive.
I don't think.
And then it's like there's these like Rolls Royce, right? I was having a conversation with someone the other day about them. It's all about like where you hook their expectations to. Where like Rolls Royce, they used to go to like car shows, and then they would like try to sell their car, and everyone would be like, "Man, like look, these Mercedes are like 150, and then this Rolls is like $600,000. Like these cars are expensive because they're comparing it to like the Mercedes and the Audis and that." And then Rolls Royce just said, "Oh, screw that! We're not actually going to car shows anymore. We'll go to boat shows." So they like exhibited boat shows. Then people go look at boats and go, "Oh, this boat's $5 million, or this boat's $10 million, and this car $600,000." It's like I'll just buy that as well. So it's like what they hook their sort of expectation to in terms of market value, right? So that's kind of always what I think of when I look at someone like you. It's like you're always going to have those people that walk in and they're going to compare you to the GJs because the GJs is next door.
Yeah, and I've had a few that would come through and what's the price? And you'd say like 1.5 and it's too much. I'm like, well, there's plenty of other builders around here at your budget.
Yeah.
I'm not your budget.
Yeah.
If you want to go buy the around your budget.
So you got that specific person. So do you then sell these, and this is what I want to know, do you sell these through a real estate agent, or do you do you get any, because what I'm kind of thinking now, right, it'd be great if you had like a list of people that are interested that you can kind of go back to. And I know if it's a family home, maybe they buy once and they move on, but it's good to, do you have access to that, or is that just sort of the real estate agents?
The last one was through us. They came to us and did the design and build. This last one came to us through a real estate agent. It was good. I know it's a tough market. It was good. I think they just turned up at the right place at the right time.
Yeah.
I don't have really any contacts like that. We sort of just do our own thing and just chuck a little for sale sign up during the build.
Yeah. I think that's the way. And when you do an open home, having people come, or like not an open home, like give it a cooler name than that, but like people coming through and having a bit of a look through and coffee cart and that. I think it's good to get their details and then see what can flip out of the back of that, which is
a good way of doing it. Then I don't have to pay $30,000 to a real estate agent.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. You just pay me like 10 for that.
I'll give you 10
advice.
if you bring me a buyer. I think I did that at the start of the year. Actually, I was like, if you bring me a client, I'll give you 10 grand. Everyone thought I was kidding. We're quite frugal with that money.
Yeah.
But it's cheaper than a real estate agent.
If you do use a real estate agent, you sign them up, I would even put part of the contract that I want all the access to all the contact details of all the interested parties.
So I think we do it. They didn't really have to do too much with this house. Like, it was cool. The clients wanted it. They didn't have to work too hard, and they got 30 grand.
Yeah.
It's quite annoying.
Yeah. But I've been actually like an agent, commercial agent, and then like they make 30, but then like half of that they give to the
Yeah, they
hard
don't
courts or
actually get
whatever.
it, but it's still 30 grand to XYZ, you know?
Yeah, it's out of your pocket, which is
Yeah.
what you're more concerned about. What have you learned in terms of business over, like, how long have you done these spec homes now for?
6 years. 5-6 years.
What sort of some of the biggest, what is the biggest lesson, if you can kind of think of, that you've learned over the last 5 years when it comes to business and that you maybe didn't know before?
Have your finance sorted. Have that sorted before you start. We did a house and it didn't go very well, and we had to empty everything out to finish it because the bank said no after being pre-approved. Quite hard.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're risking quite a lot if you don't have that sorted. So that was the biggest lesson we've learned.
And how would you do that differently now?
Before the pre-approval comes up, you pre-approved for X amount of time. Make sure you do that long before. Check in with the bank to make sure that can keep rolling over. Don't leave it till the day before and ring them up, and then they have a higher threshold and they say no.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was quite hard.
And have you guys lost money on any jobs yet or not?
Haven't lost money, but
yeah,
the one we talked about before wasn't. Yeah, it kind of sucked. Yeah,
the hourly rate was just a bit low.
The hourly rate was horrific. Yeah, hourly rate was horrific. Yeah.
What are some things that you think what's some misconceptions young builders have about when they go out on their own? And obviously you don't have like this team. You've gone the other model where you do like speckies and then sell them. What are some misconceptions people have about what you do?
Oh, well, I don't really know. I don't talk to a lot of people about it. I go home and do other things. I don't talk about work at home. Yeah.
Do you think people just think it's easier than it is, or is it actually as easy as they think?
I think maybe they see it as easy because I make it look easy. But they're really not there on. I mean, it is hard doing it by yourself. It is hard, but you just have to get it done, right? You're a big boy. You have to get your work done.
Yeah.
It's hard working by yourself, but I don't let it bother me. I just get it done.
Yeah. And why is it hard? Like the social, like you just kind of like sometimes you just stand outside and you're like, I'm going to have to go in there now.
It's frustrating because it can be done quicker.
Right.
You know it can be done quicker. It's not. It'll be built the same because you're using all different things that you can do to make it the same, but it's just quicker, which is frustrating because sometimes you just want it done quick. Like standing trusses shouldn't take. What did it take me? It took quite a long time. And if there's one other person at the other end of the truss, you can just move them along quicker, as opposed to moving each truss with a high ebb, unclipping it, brace it, send it back, get the next one, bring it over. It's just you could set the whole stack up on the roof, and move them quicker.
So it's not as efficient, but like the business model doesn't allow for like another person to come help you, right? Because it'll just sap like most of your profits.
Yeah, I could pay someone, but I just choose not to.
Yeah,
I just like the simplicity of it. Yeah.
Like, wouldn't it be worth getting like an apprentice or like a labourer type person or someone that's not, or someone like it's not really worth it?
Nah, then you got to employ them. Like you can't really have a labour only apprentice.
Yeah,
then you have to pay them all day, and I can call on help when I need it.
Right. So it's better to like just at these unique times when you do need help, you call on that.
It's kind of a challenge too. Like everyone says it can't be done, right? Like, are you silly?
Is that part of it?
Yeah, kind of like a bit of a challenge. Like everyone says, oh, it's silly doing that. Oh, cool. I'll prove you wrong.
Is it an element of like standing there at the end being like, I built it by myself?
I built it all by myself. What have I had 15 hours of help on this last build. So everything else was done myself. Yeah. 15 hours.
Jeepers. Okay. So since starting the business, have you ever gone through periods where you just like, screw this? I want to.
No, I really like building. I really like building. It's fun. I really like it, and I do so much other stuff that you just can't. Like I don't really have any down days, so I know I've got to do something harder at the end of the day. There's always something daunting, or I've done something hard in the morning, like a swim set or a run in the morning, and I know I've got another run in the afternoon. It's going to be harder than what this is. So sort your shit out. Get on with it. Yeah.
So what sort of is that what you do essentially for your quote unquote mental health, like to get your head in the game? Because people got a lot of builders, they go through tough periods and I guess a big part of that is the complications of running a building company. There's like a million things to think of. You got to be on top of it. Deal with. Yeah, people management, all that sort of stuff, client management. Got to wear all these different hats. A lot of builders, their nature is to be really nice, and now they can't really run their business being Mr. Nice Guy because it's not going to work. So they're going to have to be, work against their personality. Where I guess a lot of those things you've sort of chopped out, right?
Chopped out, yeah. Some of my best and worst traits I've heard of is my directness. Like you either love me or you hate me. Like I'm very direct with my approach to people.
Yeah.
I've had clients, they love it, at the time of something going on, I'm just like, God, I'm not nice. Or I'm just direct.
Yeah.
If you've annoyed me and you'll know about it.
Yeah.
Generally, I'm pretty chill. Yeah.
I think that's the best way to be.
Yeah.
Direct.
Yeah, I'm never like, if I'm annoyed, I'm not going to be happy.
Yeah.
No, I'm annoyed.
Yeah.
And then we'll sort it out and then we'll get on with it.
Yeah, I'm a bit like that to the extreme as well. Like I'd take it into my family life and everything. Like I'll just be like, small talk, like with we'll be out like with the family and the cousins and the siblings and all that, and then it'll be small talk about something, and then I would also just be like, nah,
not interested. Not interested. Yeah.
So I'm definitely a firm believer. There's a lot of people that are nicer than us probably that are just like, no, you got to be nice and don't be so mean, don't be so rude. But like,
no.
I don't see the point.
There's a time and a place for it, right?
Yeah. Okay. So you never struggle with like mindset. You never struggle with like, you never go through dark patches.
No. I get annoyed and annoyed with myself if I miss a session in the morning. So if I miss my swim or if I miss my run, that annoys me.
Yeah.
It's just ill discipline. Very disciplined with the training side of it. I guess that runs through to building as well. Quite disciplined with what we do.
How do you develop good discipline? Because that's probably one thing where I'm very erratic, right? So I'm not, I'll be like, Dan, let's have a meeting, and then like we won't have the meeting. I know that's not good because you kind of train yourself not to commit to something. But I'm gonna be honest. My discipline, like in some areas, if I'm really passionate about something, my discipline's great. But then I guess that's not really discipline. That's just you do it because you like it. How do you develop good discipline? And is the answer just simple, just do it? Like what other advice have you got for me, David?
I mean, pick a sport or something that you're into. So I do Ironmans and marathons and surf lifesaving. So you've always got to be fit for those. I just try and keep fit. It's easier to keep being fit than to get fit.
Yeah.
And I've gone through the things where you do an Ironman and have a couple, maybe a month off, and then you get back into it and it's just horrific. So I just go all year round now.
Yeah, that's so true, eh? And what if like, how long is an Ironman? Like, what's involved in an Ironman?
It's a 4K swim, 180K bike, and a marathon.
Jeepers, okay. Yeah. So there's quite a bit of effort involved there.
There's a bit of effort, yeah.
But like also the mentality element. So I think that's probably where your mind gets stronger and stronger every time, right? Where you want to, because there's times that you want to quit right during those races.
Oh yeah, as soon as the gun goes.
Yeah.
It's not nice in an Ironman swim. It sucks.
Yeah, because you start with the swim. It's already now you're in the pain cave. Like you're 5 minutes and you're in the pain cave.
Yeah.
And it just keeps going till the end.
Then you just pick bigger goals. I think so. We just recently with the running club, we targeted Taupo for a sub 3 hour marathon, and we did that.
Well done.
Ignited a fire for 250. We're going to do a 2:51 now, which is another stupid goal. Is it achievable? I don't know. It's quite a lot of time to knock off.
Yeah.
But it's just setting unrealistic goals to get at. Yeah.
And what's the vibe like with family? So you got wife, you got 3 kids, right?
3 kids, yeah.
And is your wife quite like, she likes that you get out? Is she quite understanding of you?
She started the whole thing.
Yeah.
By doing that triathlon. So everything comes back to her.
Right. So she originally did a triathlon and that's what got you into it.
So whenever she whinges, I remind her about that.
You did this.
You did this.
And does she still do that stuff now, or does she just...
She runs. She's a Pilates instructor.
Cool.
She does all that stuff. So she's very fit.
Yeah.
The kids are into surf lifesaving and running and swimming and
just
a fit house.
That's cool, man.
That's good, yeah.
That's inspiring, eh? That's kind of like what I'm kind of aiming more towards, is like trying to get back into just doing stuff that's a bit out there, you know?
Run Club Wednesdays.
Run Club
See you
Wednesdays.
there.
How fast do you guys run? Like, you guys, how fast is your slowest guy?
Oh, there's all different.
You just run at different pace.
Yeah, there's different
you
groups.
just meet you at the
Night
end.
Ninjas have lots of different. There's elite marathon runners, and then there's us, and then there's more casual.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's all different levels.
Yeah, because I'm trying to get into a little bit longer runs, but not fast necessarily, but just longer. I guess there's like different ways of.
See you
of
Sunday
doing it.
then.
What's that?
See you Sunday down the estuary.
yeah. How far do you guys do on Sunday? It's like 20Ks or something.
It's 28.
30K.
It's
28. Shit. I did like that 25, right, a few weeks ago.
Yeah, that's good.
And we got my fat gut out there and did the 25K. Like, I still have blisters that I'm popping still now.
Yeah, I'm missing a few toenails.
Yeah, what's up with those pink, like those little pinky toenails?
No,
They just
all black,
disappeared.
they're gone. I was pulling some off the other night.
Yeah.
Just highly unprofessional. I put them on Instagram because I thought it was funny. Like, I just do. Sarah's always getting at me, be more professional. You know, you have to be more professional, and then there'll be an Instagram photo of my toenails.
Yeah. Well, talking about being professional, talk to me about the budgie smugglers.
Oh, it's the
How did that get started?
First Ironman. I just thought it'd be funny.
Just do the whole thing.
Just do an old school Ironman. So little singlet, budgie smugglers. Didn't work out that well. You know, it looked horrific when I finished. When I got off the bike, didn't look very good. There was quite a lot of blood coming down from places.
Oh, no.
Yeah, it was good.
So, okay. And then you've taken that into other areas, that you've done some stuff on socials around.
Yeah, socials. We do Budgie Smuggler Fridays. So
yeah.
You'll see me on my sites with the Stark Building branded Budgie Smugglers just cruising around. It's quite funny. So last Friday we had a bit of a thing going on, and I was doing a bit of painting out the back of the house we've just sold. And a few people came in, and there I was just out the back. So I had the garage door up, and they came out. They're like, "Oh, you actually do this?" And I was just out the back getting a tan.
It's so funny because like there's no one around, and you're just committing to the Budgie Smuggler Fridays.
It's fun.
It's probably not as easy to do it midwinter, in New Zealand. But
well, we did Taupo marathon in the Smugglers, and we started in -2.
Oh, jeepers. But I guess you just get like a few minutes in, you start warming up.
A few minutes in, you're hot. There's not much to see anyway on a hot day.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
No, that's awesome, man. Hey, thanks for coming on. We're really like running out of time. Like these conversations go so quick.
It was.
But yeah, appreciate you being so open and sharing how your business model works.
Yeah.
Once again, it's just like another way for builders to go. Like there's not one set way. There's different horses, different courses.
Yep.
Or the other way around, that's the saying goes. But yeah, no, I appreciate you coming on, man. And we've been going back and forth on the IG, and I've checked out. You've done you do really do an amazing product in terms of those homes. So yeah, if people want to go check out, where's your current one that you have that you might have like a little open home on, if people want to come check it out?
It's in Mildale, so 40 Mildale Drive. There'll be something on the website soon. A little invitation card it'll pop up on Instagram. So.
Yeah, no, it's definitely cool. I like your style, and I like what you do. So yeah, keep up the good work.
Thanks, mate.
Cheers.
Cool.
That's it for today's episode, and thanks again to Forte for making this week's episode possible. If you're after timber surfaces that don't just look beautiful but are built to endure, Forte is leading the way with a focus on sustainability and craftsmanship and unparalleled performance. They're helping bring ambitious projects to life across interiors and exteriors.